Hi, Lonnie. How was your day at work today?
Fine.
Did anything exciting happen?
No, just like every other day.
Stop. Men, are you tired of your woman always asking the same questions every day when you come home from work or out with the guys? It can get a little repetitious, and we here at the Earific headquarters know your pain. So we are here to introduce the Earific made especially for men in this type of situation.
Well, you have my attention. What does the Earific do?
Glad you asked. The Earific is going to change the way you communicate between women and men who feel their lives are becoming a routine and who are losing their interest in their significant others. The Earific is a little device that men wear like a Bluetooth to translate conversations so men don't become bored with the routine of everyday greetings.
Well, that sounds very interesting and intriguing. The fact that it can help relationships is also a plus.
Yes. Since divorce is in 50% of married couples these days, we thought changing the ways couples communicate would add that little spark that relationships miss out on. Try it for free for a week and see if you notice a difference in your communication. Eliminate all those cliches to make for a more effective and fun relationship.
No, we got the wrong part.
Hi, honey. How was your day at work today? Which translates to, what can I make you for dinner, baby?
Wow, this really works. Thanks, Earific. Why do you look so sad today?
I feel like Earific is ruining our relationship.
Well, that's why I'm talking to you. At Earific, we have many women who work there and are upset about the men's product. So they came together and developed the Earific for her. Now it's your turn to try.
Honey, do you think I look fat in these shorts? I just bought them yesterday.
No, honey, you look good in them. Which translates to, you're freaking hot in those shorts.
Oh wow, this Earific for her is wonderful. What a self-esteem booster. Thank you, women of Earific.
It works for them. Why not try it for yourself? If you order Earific for him and Earific for her, you'll get 2 for the price of 1. But hurry, limited time only.
Information presented in this infomercial is open to the public audience. Although Earific may be for some, it is not for everyone. If Earific does not work for you, we have a few strategies that can help in your effective listening and relationships. The first strategy would be from the source, Judy Brownell. She talks about the listening relationship. Number 1 is the law of listening reminds us that listening requires willingness as well as ability. And then listening to your partner or spouse. Effective communication is the most important factor in maintaining and developing this bond. It's that the effective communication is the most important factor in maintaining and developing this bond. Although the Earific may be what you want to hear, it does not help maintaining and developing a bond. Another point in Brownell's text is relationships take time and effort not only to develop but to maintain. Continuous listening is essential to nurturing a changing relationship. Every relationship will change when there is time involved. And you do want to continue to listen, as well as maintain that bond with your spouse. Some of the ways that you would want to ignore is through cliches, facts, opinions and judgments, and feelings. Cliches are what you saw in the earific. Hi, how was your day? Meh. You kind of expect what is going to happen. The healthiest intimate relationships are characterized by reciprocity and a high degree of disclosure and trust. Even though the earific does tell you what you want to hear, it's not always the best because it does not tell you the truth. And another skill for listening to your partner is to provide frequent, unsolicited, positive feedback. This is something that the earific would do, and so that therefore it is safe to say that the earific would work in that sort of situation. In the December 2008 issue of Men's Health magazine, in the December 2008 issue of Men's Health, Dr. Tanner mentions that don't offer solutions. She knows you don't have a quick fix, and she's not looking for one. This just shows that you need to be respectful and open your ears to listening.
Was from the www.drnadig.com website, and it posts tips on effective listening. And Larry Allen Nigdig quotes, "We were given 2 ears but only 1 mouth because listening is twice as hard as talking." Expressing our wants, feelings, and thoughts and opinions clearly and effectively is only half of the communication process needed for interpersonal effectiveness. The other half is listening and understanding what others communicate to us. Effective communication exists between 2 people when the receiver interprets and understands the sender's message in the same way that the sender intended it. The earific translates the message to conform to what the receiver wants to hear. Here are some common difficulties relationships may have with effective listening. Voice volume is too low to be heard, making the message too complex either by including too many unnecessary details or too many issues, getting lost, forgetting your point or the purpose of the interaction, body language or nonverbal elements contradicting or interfering with the verbal message, such as smiling when anger or hurt is being expressed, paying too much attention to how the other person is taking a message or how the person might react, using a very unique code or an unconventional method for delivering the message. Some more sources of difficulty by the listener would be being preoccupied and not listening, being so interested in what you have to say that you listen mainly to find an opening to get the floor, formulating and listening to your own rebuttal to what the speaker is saying, listening to your own personal beliefs about what is being said, and not asking for clarification when you know that you do not understand. Now I'm going to talk about the 3 basic listening modes. Competitive or combative listening happens when we are more interested in promoting our own point of view than in understanding or exploring someone else's view. We either listen for openings to take the floor or for flaws or weak points we can attack. In passive or attentive listening, we are genuinely interested in hearing and understanding the other person's point of view. Active or reflective listening is the single most useful and important listening skill. In active listening, we are also genuinely interested in understanding what the other person is thinking, feeling, wanting, or what the message means, and we are active in checking out our understanding before we respond to our own message. Finally, I'll go over a few listening tips. Active listening is a very effective first response when the other person is angry, hurt, or expressing difficult feelings toward you, especially in relationships that are important to you. Use eye contact and listening body language. Avoid looking at your watch or at other people or activities around the room. Face and lean toward the speaker. Nod your head as when it is appropriate. Be careful about crossing your arms and appearing closed or critical. And I will end with a quote from Paul Tillich. The first duty of love is to listen. Thank you.